Let's talk about two specific stocks. Vela Panda, we know they are unbundling there. And we also want to talk about Paladin, and we'll mention why Paladin, especially in a few minutes. But let's talk about Vela Panda first. Do you think there's any value in that company?
I think so, Godfrey. It's a process of unbundling. This unbundling is scheduled to take about 2 or 3 years to happen. But it's my firm belief that one of the jewels in the crown, representing 40% of net asset value, which is life healthcare, that's the old Afrox healthcare. Since the delisting, money has been put in terms of day clinics and new hospitals. They're number 3 after the other 2 listed entities. I would suspect that the growth in their overall income, if one judges from what the other 2 listed entities have done, and the movement towards private healthcare in this country, particularly with potential partnerships with private and public healthcare sectors, is going to make this one a jewel in the crown.
But I was going to suggest that perhaps that's a tricky area, given the fact that we do know that there's going to be that overhaul, and also competition in that sector is increasing. We saw the tie-up between Momentum and Metropolitan, suggesting that competition definitely is going to get much stiffer.
Yes, I think we will see more and more competition, but we're referring more to the specific healthcare sector in terms of hospitals, day clinics and the like there, Godfrey.
Okay.
If one judges by the ratings which Netcare and Mediclinic are on, you add, let's say, 10% to the net asset value of Lifecare Health. I think Vela Panda is, instead of standing at a discount, let's say 5 or 10 odd percent now, that could be in excess of 15% with a listing coming with perhaps in the next 2 or 3 months of the hospital division.
Let's move on to Paladin. Now, Paladin is important because we have some of the 3 biggest entrepreneurs that this country has produced sitting on that board. We have Yanni Morton, we also have Paul Harris, former CEO, First Rand, and we also have Christo Visa, chairman of Shoprite Holdings Limited. They sit on the Paladin board, but the share price since listing hasn't gone anywhere. What is wrong there?
Paladin has moved up quite nicely since the listing date there, Godfrey. The share price is now in excess, I think, of about R2.20 odd. The listing took place via a unbundling from PSG with a simultaneous rights issue. There was a rights issue a couple of months ago which went fairly well at a price far less than the current level. They've got some very interesting underlying investments, both in quoted in investments by their BE firm Timblenko Capital, which have very substantial holdings in PSG and in Capitec. We know what the prices of both those shares have gone. In construction via Topfix, in scaffolding, and some very interesting private equity. There's a new group down in the Cape called Curo Education. I think we mentioned in one of our past presentations, this is looking at the growth in private schools in the Cape, and eventually I think they want to expand into the rest of South Africa.
Yeah, and I suppose would it be one that should be accumulating?
I believe that Paladin is a buy and a put away for the next year or 2 then, and you follow in the footsteps of Paul Harris, Christo Visa and Yanni Mouton, all who have superb track records.